good people. Good morning, my fellow Star Surfer crafters. Okay, let's see, what are we doing? I hope everybody's having a good morning and got some good rest last night. I'm feeling a little bit better. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to show you the journal. Also, let's see. I got this idea from Treasure Books, Natasha. It's entitled The Easiest Journal Ever, and it's step-by-step, do-it-yourself. So, what I had done was I put, remember I had the cardboard cut for it, for my covers. This was just a cereal box, front and back, then glued together, let it dry, and then I cut it to, well, kind of fit. I still have to trim it up a little bit to fit a little better how I want it. And the first thing you do with that is you put the signatures together. I did coffee dyed paper and red cabbage, and this was flowers. That it kind of turned out, but it kind of didn't. And then some of the blanker pages I did of some stencils on, just to give it a little background interest in all of them. And yeah, I did 8 pages in each one, so the book will be a little under 100 pages. Okay, and then what I really liked was how she did the spine of it. I went ahead and did, you have to tie together. She gives you 3 different ways to put your signatures, attach them together. I did the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And then what you do, again, please watch her video. She will go through a lot more detail than I'm doing right now. Let's see, and then let's see, yeah, you have a cover for each signature. I used, I don't know, it was a paper pad that I had from an estate sale. I did 3 different colors like that, the same kind of pattern, that one. And then what you do is you kind of glue this piece to that, but you don't glue it all the way. You leave about, I think, like an inch, about an inch away, so that the books will be attached to each other, but it'll be open here. And then you cover it with fabric. And yes, I finally went through my fabrics and I picked, for the spine, I picked this one because of the different colors that I have in here. It's really hard to tell which way is up and down on this fabric. Anyways, and I didn't like that you could see kind of the white through it, so I'm gonna also do some of the coffee dyed pillowcase on it so that it'll be darker. And what you do then is glue the fabric to it, so that will cover the spine like that. And then you have your little cardboard pieces that are cut to fit. Like I said, I need to trim it up a bit, but you don't put it all the way to the end. You put it like I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or so out. I'd have to recheck. So I need to cut some off the top to make it a little closer to the page size. And then I also need to cut maybe about an inch off of this side. But then that will go on there. And how I wanted to do that, she used scrapbook paper on it, which is totally fine. But like I said, I wanted to use some of my fabric because I have a lot of it. And what I came up with was to do the first cover of it. The first piece would be this one, so that it would have a neutral background, and it would go like that. And then this was some of the drapery backing that I got at the estate sale, or I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to cut that closer to fit and then fray the edges of it. And then what I wanted to do was do some slow stitching and stitch a few different pieces of fabric in there. So I wanted to use the green because I have a lot of it and I really like the way it looks. And then also maybe a little bit of this because this has some color in it that has one of the covers has a more reddish orange kind of look. And yeah, so then I just have to slow stitch that, and then what I'll do is glue it down. Another idea was to maybe, I might try to work this in. This was off of a linen shirt that I had, but as a closure, because I put a ton of pockets and of course I fill them all, so it gets really chunky. So by having a piece of this on here, I'm going to put several buttons on it, like one closer to the back to the spine for when it's not so full, but then another couple buttons so that you can still close it, have it attached, closed, and it'll be, you know, it can be chunky and it'll still hold closed. So anyways, that's a possibility. I haven't really fully decided on that. And then of course I have some lace and stuff, and then I pulled this out. I might use some of that. So yeah, that's what my plans are. And then what I was doing was yesterday I went through a lot of the little lace that I have, this stuff. I had purchased at Goodwill. They had a huge bin of it. I think it was like, I don't know, it was like $10, $7 or $10, I want to say. And it just had a ton of different laces in it. And that was a while back. And I finally went through it all. And I cut little pieces. And these would be for like page edges. I don't know, I wouldn't probably use red, but a little bit of lace on a few of the edges might look kind of cool. I do like this one, with the little rose on it. I do like that. So that's a possibility. Has another addition to it. Then I was doing some, pulled out some other ribbon that I had, and I thought that would look really cool as a belly band. So I have a few pieces of that, and then this kind, I would do a belly band like that, and maybe one closer to the spine as a little pocket. And then, of course, some of it will be spooky. So I really liked this one as a little pocket. So I got some of those out. And then I was digging through my stuff and I found some little paper clips that I had done with little clusters on them. And then I also had done some hidden paper clips, and you know, I did them as a tab, so the paper clips further down, and then when you hook them on to hold something, it will be like a little page tab, but it'll be removable, so you can put it wherever you want it. So I pulled some of those out, and then a long time back I did some really big these I just cut myself. if you can't tell. Yeah, they're pretty crooked and pretty wonky, but I think that would look really cool as a little page tab. Could also, because there's lots of places you can stick more decoration on. And yeah, I grabbed out some frames that I had made. These were from a master boards that I put together. Again, it was just inked index cards that I just cut into strips, little pieces, and stuck them all down to a master board and then cut it up. And I sewed around it. So I got some cool frames to use. And I pulled out some little envelopes that I might be using in it. And I found a little coin pocket. So that I may use in it. And then I thought this guy was super cute. It's not going to be like a full spooky journal. It's going to have some spooky stuff, but it's going to have a lot of different stuff, so that it will be quite a variety of things in it. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to put maybe some stickers in it, a few stickers in it. And in this one, I pulled out some little pieces of fabric, the ones that I had stamped on, and then also that I put some little rub-ons on. So that can be used as decoration. These were little bows. I bought a big bag of them. Somebody had done them up, and then I just dyed it kind of black with, I think I used the watered down acrylic paints. And so that's how I colored that. And then I pulled out some kitties to maybe use, another page tab, and then some of the little dangles that I'd like to use in it. So these are all just little possibilities of using in it. I'm just trying to gather more things together for it, so that when I do sit down to start decorating, I have a lot of stuff to choose from. This was my very first ruffle that I made, which is like super wonky, but I love it because it was one of the first ones I ever did. Yeah, you can't really tell, it's a little squished, but this was just an old dress pattern that I just ripped a little piece, and I was trying to learn how to use the sewing machine. That's what that was. And then, let's see. Oh, I just pulled out a bunch of different tags that I haven't really decorated yet, but I think they would go good in it. And see, they'll fit perfectly in here. You know, they're not too tall. So, yeah. And let's see. Oh, of course, then I have to use one of my napkin covered envelopes. I thought that would look really cool. Again, just glue it on that side, and then one little strip there, and glue it down. That way you'll have a tuck for something little here and here, and then this will fold out and you have a little pocket. Very nice, very handy. And oh, I grabbed out some of the Tim Holtz stuff that I had. I got a big house. I think I have a car somewhere in here. I did a couple book page pockets. Again, if you've seen a few of my other videos, I show you how to do the pockets with the little gussets on so they can hold a little more. And like these two, I would probably put on the same page, like one towards the top and one more towards the bottom. Of course, I'd ink around them, maybe do a little stamping on them, and then they will stand out a little bit more. And then I had this. Again, it's a little postcard. I thought this would work really nice as a tuck, going around the bottom of the page, more towards this side. So that I would glue there and there, and it'll be a tuck that way. And then also on the other side, glue here and here, and that will be a little tuck too. So that was just a cool way to use that. And yeah, little envelopes. I pulled out a lot of little envelopes. This was index card that I had just used different inks on, and then I had some Halloween stencils, and this was just black texture paste through it. And then once that was dry, I put it on coffee dyed paper so it's a little stiffer. And you can write on the back, and yeah, great for a little pocket. I found this, a little belly band that way, and then I cut this out of a paper that I had. So yes, it's going to have lace and butterflies and spooky things because, yeah, that's me. I do weird stuff like that. I think it'll be fine. Very eclectic. Very eclectic. So that would be a belly band. I found these little frames, which would go cool over a picture that's glued down. These are really hard to put like plastic on because they're just so thin in that area. But a really cool frame. Again, I just inked them. That way I use different inks on it. I pulled out some stamps because I found this little piece of ephemera I thought would look really cool with some stamps around it. This I wanted for, oh, I think it was a frame, a big frame, this one. I cut that big frame, and here, maybe move that so we can see. So where it would go into, like, glue the edges of the pocket down, and you can still pull this out, but I would still have it hanging out there because I don't want to cut off his ears. They're just too cute. So it would be a frame pocket. I could put plastic or vellum over it so you can still kind of see through it, or you can just leave it with nothing there. It's perfectly acceptable. And then, let's see, oh, another stamp, some more stamps. This was just a big journaling card, again from a master board that I put together. And yeah, here's some little stickers. I showed you that one. I'd like to use this one, but I'm really not into birds in a cage. They need to be free, so not sure about that one. Yeah, not sure about the trees or ornaments. Maybe, but I did keep out one of these guys, the little fabric flip. Probably put a little piece of paper over it so that, and then you just put something cool under it. It's just a little different texture to put in your junk journals. And then I pulled this out of my stash. This is just a fold, a little square fold, which fits fine into a little pocket or even a little envelope. And that way you have a little more journaling space for a little more privacy. Some little frames. Oh, and then I pulled out these. These are from cutting out the frames. I have a punch board, and this is what's left when you punch the corners out. And I thought they would be cool holding possibly some pictures. You know, glue them down around the edge of a picture. Just looks like a little, you know, the little corner tab picture holders. So that, then pulled out that paper, some music paper, maybe do some coin envelopes with the dictionary pages, and pulled out some other envelopes. I found this in my stash, which is jeans material, and it's stuck to paper. So that could be a pocket possibility. I had done this. I cannot remember who I got this idea from, but there's several out there. It's just a book page. It's a full book page, and you fold it that way, and then you fold that in, and you got 1, 2, and 3 pockets there, and even one in the back if you wanted. But I would probably fold this down and just use the front pockets and glue it down. This was a little pocket that I had done a while back, just a different idea of one, to where I had the gussets on it, so that would be glued, and then I glue that bottom edge. So that would be a pocket, and then this folds up and glued there, and then that would be a little pocket. Just another idea. And this was, oh, just another double pocket like that, I think. I don't know how I did that. Because somehow I would have to put it down that way. And this is, okay. I wasn't thinking when I did this one. Because it's done half backwards. Yep, that's me. So we'll work on that one. This is just a little, some music paper done into like a little mini coin envelope. I didn't glue it shut yet. So, you know, that could also be used as, leave it not glued and used as a little journaling spot. Oh, and then this is another little envelope that I made out of dictionary. I did stitch around it instead of gluing it, and used a fancy scissors on that edge. I don't know if you can see that, which I may go over it because it's not really sharp, but it just seems to catch everything. And I do have to check over it for wordage. Don't want any offensive wordage in there. And this was one that I, one of those triple pockets out of a big dictionary page, and instead of leaving it open, I did stitch around it to seal it. So that way you have this pocket, and you have that one, and then you have that pocket, and also that pocket. Pretty cool. Of course, it's a little tall, so what I'd probably do is just bend those backwards and glue them down when I glue it down. Or it could go into a pocket. Might just cut those off, and it can go into a little tuck to where you can remove it. Another little envelope, and this was a little envelope that I had done out of some thicker craft paper. I think I have I had gotten a pad of this. I believe it was from Hobby Lobby, so it has a good thickness. But yeah, I love the little flowers on it when I found it. Oh, and then I have some more. These are paper clip. Again, more paper clips. And what I did with these was, see, I left a little paper clip sticking out so that when you stick it to the side, then you can put a little dangle on it. A little charm, or really anything. A little charm, one of the dangles, whatever you want to hang from it. This is just some paper for decorating in it. And let's see, this one, oh, I kept this out because I wanted to use some. Remember the faux metal tags, faux metal labels? There's the Rise Up. That one turned out super cool, really grungy. And yeah, I think I showed you these guys. I think I did another video. What I did with a lot of them was I put some green inks on it so that it would, like, you know, grunge them up a little bit more. Anyways, I like the way they turned out. You know, even one of these can be a little dangle. Put a little eyelet in it and dangle it from that paper clip. And it does have the coffee dyed paper on the back, so, you know, a little journal spot or a little marker for you. So yeah, the Rise Up, that one, I love the arrow. I love the way that turned out. And where else? I know I had another good one in here. Here we go. Resist. That's the Resist. That might go in here too. And then the really cool grunged up number 9. I like that one too. I like all of them. So yeah, those, if you haven't, if you didn't see that video, there's a series going through exactly how you do it, because, you know, I don't know how to edit videos and put it all together. So you got, I think there was like five or six in the series. So if you want to check that out, it is, I did not do a playlist for it. I still have to figure out how to do those. Yeah. But yeah, those turned out really cool. And oh, also what I'm going to use in it probably is my little birds. One of these. Maybe my awesome little fish. He turned out really good. I really want to make some more of those. And I do love the little kitties. They turned out really cool too. So again, this is another, it's a watercolor video. I don't know if I'd be able to, I would have to cut a little bit off of that for that to fit in the book, but it could. Yes. Lots of choices of things that can go in there. So, and, oh, let's see. Oh. Also, yeah, what I wanted to do was maybe add, I had done these one day. I have a little window die. I glued two together so that it would be stronger. And some of them I put plastic in, but some of them I didn't. And the little windows open. I just didn't fold them out yet. Here's one that I put plastic in when I put them together. So I wanted to use some of those. Maybe keep the options open. And then another day I had found a lot of the little tags that I had die cut out from craft paper, and I just stamped on them with little numbers that I had. And then this is just leftover embroidery floss, because I've been working on another project, as you can tell, rainbow colors. Working on another project with that. So again, this can go on the little, tie it onto the little paper clip, dangle, you know. So I have those to use. And that is why you make a lot of little things, because then when you put a journal together, you have a lot of stuff already made. You don't have to stop and make the hidden paper clip. You don't have to stop and, you know, make the little tag. It's already done. And then, yeah, I wanted to use some of these in there. Little book plates. They're just paper. That was another die cut that I had, and like it has some words and it has some numbers. Collect 247. Specimen series. These were Tim Holtz die cuts. 2031, different numbers. And then I did some blank ones so that I can put a color behind it, so it'll stand out a little more. And here. And then that would go over it like that. And then just put two little brads in there to hold it together, and then glue it down. Pretty cool. So yeah, I want to use some of those. And there you go. That's why I've been doing all kinds of little stuff, so that when I do put a journal together, a lot of stuff is ready to go, and I shouldn't have to stop other than to decide which one I want to use. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Please go check out Treasure Books. What was it? The easiest... Jeez. The easiest journal ever or something like that. Here it is. The easiest journal ever. Step-by-step DIY. Treasure Books, Natasha, she's really good. She has a lot of great ideas. You will really like her channel for to give you get you inspiration to get you moving and doing this. So that's what I'll be working on. Yeah, that's what I'll be working on. Please like, share, and subscribe. I may video it, and I may not. I don't know. I could video it, but I know I will screw it up then. Because, yeah, videos, yeah, I have a tendency to shake a little more when that video is running for some reason. It's just my natural shaky self. So, I may do that, and we'll see. I still haven't figured out how I'm gonna glue the fabric down, because I don't want any big lumps under it. So I got to check out some more videos. But like I said, she used just regular scrapbook paper, something that went, she said, like the hardest part is finding the nice piece of fabric that matches with a nice cover piece. So yeah. Start looking through your stash and figure it out. And like I said, this is just cereal box, back and front, glued together and then cut down. I could have done like a full-size page. Don't have one. Full-size page. Pretend that's full-size page. I know, which would have been taller. It would have been like 8 inches. 8.25, I think, a full sheet. But I wanted to go with something that was a little shorter, a little smaller, just to, for something different. And when I cut the paper off, I did save it, so those can be little paper pads later on when I do some more. So, give me a thumbs up. Please share and subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Daily Dose of Truth, check out Oh That's Rich. Again, he's put out another short that's really super good. So check him out, and I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next time. One more thing, what I wanted to say is, a lot of makers, they don't tie the signatures together, they don't attach them. They work on the pages before they're fully attached. I seem to have an issue with that. If the page isn't like held down, I can't do it that way. So keep that in mind. Do it however you are comfortable with it. If you rather the pages loose and work on them, if you're worried about messing it up and having to change a page, you know, don't tie them together until you're ready. Like I said, I prefer to have them set down to where I know the exact spot and that kind of thing. So, you know, you do you. You do you, boo. Have a great day. Love you guys. Fuck ice.